ATG from Kilmarnock town, got your hustle down. Streams the pool games live, makes our day come alive. Early mornings on your grind, Tesco shift unwind, but you find the time to play, stream the virtual day. OTG tactical genius, every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there. Virtual cue in your hand,
And it's a sucker scratch. Look at the line. Commentator's eye. Don't say I didn't warn you.
OTG tactical genius, every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there. Virtual cue in your hand, amazing shots you land. From your home to our screens, living out our pool dreams. Early riser, work all done, streams the games just for fun. We'll cheer for you every match. TG, you've got the magic touch. OTG tactical genius, every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there. OTG tactical genius, every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there.
This for the 101. Absolutely sensational once again.
Virtual cue in your hand, amazing shots you land. From your home to our screens, living out our pool dreams. Early riser, work all done, streams the games just for fun. We'll cheer for you every match. TG, you've got the magic touch. OTG tactical genius, every game you bring us with your skill and your flair. We're glad you're always there.
That was fantastic.
No bar, no pinball machines, no bowling alleys, just pool. Nothing else.
Right, good evening everybody, welcome back to VP4 TV this Sunday evening, and we have two matches on tonight, all in the space of 3 minutes when they start. We've got one at the top of the hour, that's the match I'm going to be covering. The match is, they're both round 2 matches I believe, in the VP4 2024 Virtual 8-Ball World Championships. I'll be covering Albinario against roSin. I'm going to call him roSin from here on in, rather than roSin or roSin or whatever. I'm just going to call him roSin or roSin. I'll make my mind up on that yet. These are races to 11. Earlier this afternoon, as I was going for my dinner, I PM'd Slim and I said, take a choice as to what match you want to do, and then when I came back from dinner, I found out he decided he wanted to do the Cobra Braid Fallout match. So that's the match that Slim will be covering on his Twitch channel. I'll have that up in the background on VP4, so we can tab in and have a quick look at how things are doing in that match. We've got Cobra versus Brain Fallout, all UK clash, that one, and then the match I'm doing is Albinario from Sweden and roSin from Romania, I believe. I think he did Romania, or did I read it wrong? No, I'm right enough, he did. He's got a Romanian flag. The bracket, not the bracket, sorry, the schedule hasn't changed. Let me just get a quick update on that. We've got these two matches tonight. We've got Sergaresh against Bobby Barris. Oh, sorry, tell a lie. We've got 3 matches tonight. I totally forgot about that. We've got Sergaresh against Bobby Barris due to start in an hour's time at 8 o'clock. And that is on the one-loss side, so that's going to be a race to 9. And then the last match that's scheduled is Bankster against Coldest Pillow. And that's Monday night at 7 o'clock, my time, British summer time. So that's it as far as that goes. And all we need to do is just wait on Albinario arriving. We've got about, 3 minutes to go. Welcome to WIT. Albinario, of course, as usual, will turn up at the last minute. roSin has been in getting some practice for the last hour or so, I've noticed. Well, I presume he's practicing. He could be in a 9-ball room for all I know. Well, he's not locked himself in a room, so he's in a challenge room somewhere. There he is, down there. So he's getting practice in, which is good to see. And well, I suppose the other thing to just remind ourselves of is how did they get there? Well, we know that Albinario had One Pocket Slim, and if we can find a damn thing, where is it? Albinario had One Pocket Slim in that first round match, and Albinario was almost flawless in that match, winning it by 11 racks to 5. So roSin, who seems to have had a comfortable win against Chris in that first round, roSin's in for a wake-up call tonight. I've no doubt about that. If we go further up and look at One Pocket Slim's tie, we know what happened. Well, Cobra was about to complete the demolition of Stubb, and Stubb left the building before he got finished. So a good win for Cobra in that first round. Brain Fallout had a good win against Liquid. I don't know whether that was Vertical Liquid or whether he's changed his name. I haven't a clue. But anyway, Brain Fallout will realise this is a whole different ball game tonight. So that is all we can really talk about there. I mean, the one-loss side's taking shape. Of course, Stubb has had a hard draw here as far as he goes for this tournament, because, of course, he had Cobra. And unfortunately for Stubb, he's got Spectre Dawn on the one-loss side, he'll probably still fancy his chances in that. But in terms of consistency, he probably falls short of the mark to beat Spectre Dawn. Larry's waiting on an opponent. Doesn't look as if he's going to have a big test in that one, from what I can see. But anyway, we'll worry about that near the time. It's top of the hour. My tournament room is up. Albinario is still nowhere to be seen. While we're waiting him getting in, we will get. Let me just make sure the channel's muted. Yes, it is. So Slim's warming up on his channel, and we'll just keep tabbing in and have a quick look at how things are going. Now, who have I missed in the chat? roSin is a decent. Just hope he don't crumble against Albi. Well, we might not find out. Am I going to have to get a hold? No, Albinario's in the room. Right, let's get in. They're probably lagged off. They must have steeped in there when I wasn't looking. They probably are lagging off. And they have done. So roSin has won the lag, and he's going to break off. No message from Steve today, so he's clearly busy, or he doesn't want to make a decision. Probably Slim doesn't want him in his room anyway, or in his commentary box, but he never said he was coming on, so I haven't got Discord on, and if he does appear, no doubt he'll appear in the chat. So welcome everybody. We're on YouTube, we're on Twitch, and of course roSin on the solids. And looking at this table, he's got the one major problem, and that is the 1 ball. Right down here behind the 8, the 9 ball blocks that right-hand pocket. So the other slight problem is the fact that the 6 ball would be the ball to try and get onto the 1 in the short side, but you need to have an angle. You need to have the cue ball somewhere about there to pot this 6 and come off that rail and come across. Now he just potted his ball that can get him there, and he's going to deal with it first. So now the major problem is getting from the 3 to the 8. In fact, getting on the 3, he's got to get in either of these 2 gaps. And this is where it's a tall order now to get good in this 8 ball. And that's a very good shot. So this is well, I'm not going to jinx him already, surely. That's a very good start for roSin. Well, that was a great first session of that final this afternoon. John Higgins is going to be up against it tonight. Higgins needs to get in and get a frame in the board straight away tonight, I think, or Selby's going to grind him into the ground. Well, you can't ask for much more than winning the lag and running out. I mean, that's just exactly what the doctor ordered. And that, again, just lets Albinario know that roSin isn't quite a numpty. Albi might not have it quite as in the bag as everybody's maybe thinking. So ball has gone in Albinario's break. The commitment will be once he pots the next ball. Well, Selby looks definitely to have found his mojo again. I'll give him that. I mean, he's took Cliff Thorburn's grinding to the extreme level. So he has very high standard this afternoon from both the players. I mean, John Higgins didn't really put a foot wrong very much. So Albinario on the stripes. Now, yes, he can get on to the 10 ball. Now, this, dear, he's actually clipped roSin's ball. Ball in hand to roSin. Well, that could be a big mistake. Now, roSin's got to free up this 3 ball if he's intended to go all the way and try and run this rack out. But I think he's got to commit to that straight away, unless he leaves the 7 as the ball to try and break them out. He could have, if he had a shot in that 2, I think he still has. He could go on the 2 and get out into the table for the 7. But he's took the 3 up top. In fact, he didn't need to move the 3. The 3 went up top. Well, now he's got to control this cue ball to get back in line. Got a good angle in the 6. Got to get far enough out into the table. He's got there just. Well, what a start this is for roSin. And Albinario was the first man to blink tonight. The mistake is going to get punished. And it's 2-0. Right, so off we go into rack number 3, and that match with Cobra will be underway. We'll just have a quick tab. In fact, what I'll do is I'll go to full screen because I can't see the HUD. There we go. Can't still see the bloody score on it. So, roSin's broke. Got a ball in the break, which I think was the 8 ball. Now, the solids is what he's on. Wrong button, hang on a minute. Well, I think he was trying to get on the 2. Clearly the 1 doesn't go into this corner. I think he just didn't quite. Has he got that 2? I think he can play that 2. Aye, he can. Got to miss the 9. Well, he's still on the 5, but things are just beginning to threaten to break down here. Loads of checking the cue ball. And he can draw and hold for the 7. Oh, this is looking dangerous here now for Albinario. Well, so far, roSin hasn't put a foot wrong. I'm assuming he can get to the 8 comfortably, and in it goes. And it's 3-0. And Albinario's only made 1 mistake. Well, I suppose you could call that another one, but it's a dry break. It's what you don't need when you're 3-0 down. He cut the cloth at Willie Thorne's snooker hall. Who did? Welcome to Mark. I never even noticed you there. Oh, Mark Selby. I thought you were talking about roSin there. I never knew that. Well, right now, as it stands, we're heading for the big shock of the tournament. Well, we've got a guy here who certainly looks comfortable, and suddenly it's going to be 4-0. Now, who predicted this? Andy's backed it up with a ball in the break, and this table, let's just say that this table is not bad looking. You've obviously got the two solids stuck in the middle of the table, and he's got the three solids up the top of the table right now. I don't think that. I think the solids would be favourite if only because those two balls are right close to one another in the middle of the table. But he's decided. Did I say stripes? I was thinking that the stripes were maybe the better set, simply because you don't have to mess with those two balls in the middle of the table. But he's got on the 4. And there's the first miss. And Albinario simply has to pounce here, but he has to deal with the 13 ball. He needs to get on it where it can follow that 4 ball in, or nip across right now if he can. Yeah, he's trying to clear the pocket. That's good thinking. Seeing the danger there and dealing with it straight away. Well, Albinario now should be focused for the rest of the match, simply because of the score. He's got no time to drift off and get loose. He's got to be on the game now, which is probably better for making this a better match. Albinario under a bit of pressure. Well, it can't be 3-3, coldest pillow, because it's already 4-0 to roSin. Pay attention, for Christ's sake. But you're right enough what you say. But then again, he's going to have to get a favour or two off roSin's break. Or roSin's going to have to make another couple of mistakes. So, we're almost into October. Tomorrow's the last day of September. Winter's coming. But by this time next week, I will be off for a week. So, this time, roSin is getting a taste of his own medicine from his mistake. His miss let Albinario in. And now, of course, the most important part is getting the backup rack on your own break. And he's got a ball. And now, first glance here, it might be the solids. Because he can tidy up that right side pocket, those two balls he's got there. And that's what he's deciding to do. Stick with the solids. He's going to tidy up everything here, I think. He can easily get to the 8 ball off the 5 if it comes to it. But might be keeping the 4 ball there for that. I don't know. We'll soon find out. No, not at this time of year. There's nothing specifically why I took this week off. I just took it off because I wanted something, you know, closer. Well, it's not quite close to Christmas because we get to a point where we're not allowed to take holidays when you get to peak time. So I just thought whatever first week in October I can get will do me. I don't care. He's just overcooked that a wee bit. That he's now queued over the 8 ball. And he might just drop through for the 2 first of all here, unless he's going to hold it for the 2. He's trying to go on the 6 instead. He's left himself a wee bit in between here. No, I don't think. I mean, there's not. I mean, all the majors are over. All the major golf tournaments are finished. Well, the only thing I've got to look forward to on Tuesday night is the Champions League match with Borussia Dortmund and Celtic. I'm lucky I get free. What is it? The free sports on my PC and my phone through BT, so I can watch that. Not a problem. I don't have to go and find a stream this time. I just hope there isn't a tournament match on Tuesday, because I've got no intention of streaming it. I want to watch the football. No, it'll be on Prime. It'll be on loads of stations. So Albinario's called a 6 ball. Where's he called it though? I wasn't paying attention. Oh, he had to play it into the corner. Well, it's another mistake from Albinario, and this table is begging to be ran out. Now, this will be a fail if roSin can't get out here. This will be a big fail. But, I mean, from what we've seen so far from him, and like who is it that said, was it Wit that said he plays a bit quick? And I think you're right there, and he wants to, he maybe wants to steady that down a wee bit, because this is important, getting good. Now, how's he finished there in that 14? No, he's got a good angle, he's fine. Once he got off the rail though, when he got off the rail, well, he's going to have to jab this in and jack up. Not hanging about. Albinario is in trouble. Now, let me see if we can stop this. That's dry, I think. Let me see if we can stop this message, this information coming up on the screen so I can see the bloody score. It's 2-0. In fact, I think the other problem is the resolution's quite low. Hang on. Can I change the resolution in this? Let me go to 1080. It's a wee bit fuzzy. Well, I will say this right now that if Brainful Out gets 3 racks, he'll be doing well. We're back to business here. Albinario on the stripes. And again, he's got a problem. He's got a ball in the middle of the table there, and there's 2 blocking balls. That what ball is it? Is that the 10? And the 15, the cue ball wants to go in towards the 5 and 6 there. He's got to get accurate here. Now, I don't know what he tried there. I have not a clue what he tried there. He was obviously trying to get into a spot, but that ball of his that he hit runs into the 3. And suddenly roSin is off and running again with a chance to stretch this lead. Now, does he want to commit to these 2 balls here first and then deal with everything up there? No, he's doing it his way. I mean, to be honest with you, there's no problem getting an 8 ball, but there's a problem now. He's just created it for himself. There's still a gap, but that 15 ball going there has caused an issue. And that's an even bigger issue. And now he's in trouble. And Albinario will breathe a sigh of relief here unless roSin gets a fluke. Albinario should be pinching this rack now. He's going to get off the hook here by the look of it. Well, it's still in a wee bit of sort of no man's land here. There's nothing here that's a gimme in these 2 shots. Well, that's straight into the pocket. So, we've had another error from roSin. And a 4-rack lead could be a 2-rack lead in a couple of minutes' time. Well, he's got to go around the corner. Oh, tell a lie, I'm forgetting he's already cleared his last ball. I was thinking he still had a ball on the table. So Albinario needs the follow-up here to get back into this. And he, I think, is breaking second ball between the first and second. 9 goes in. And all of those solids up in the top right. 3 of them. Well, sorry, tell a lie. I thought that was a 1 ball again. It's a bloody 9 ball. So, a bit of thinking time needed here by Albi, because there's a mess up there that has to be dealt with. And he's going to be taking the solids for the reason that he can probably, I say probably, get on that 5. I think he can get to the 5 clean. And the other problem is the 8 ball is not exactly inviting where it's sitting. And it definitely doesn't go into the side. And I'm looking at the angle in the 8 ball. From here, I don't think you can pot that. You can't pot that 8 ball. And, well, it's still a mistake from Albi again. Well, he's blocked the pocket for the time being. And roSin's dealing with a couple of problems his end straight away. Well, does that 14 ball go? Yes, it does. Well, Albinario's lifeline is down in this bottom end of the table, as well as the fact that the 8 ball's still tied up. But roSin, I don't think, can pot the 15 either. Can he get into that enough? Maybe he can. It's very tight. Now, is he trying to get this to follow in? No, he's just playing safe. Well, Albinario, if he's going to be committed here, it's all out for the pot. Big shot for Albi. And it goes. But we know that there's a problem ahead. Now, he can take a risk off this 6 ball. He might have gone too far. I think he's gone too far. That's a big mistake. He wanted to use the angle off that 6 ball and spin around and bump the back of the 8 ball off the rail, and he can't get there. He can get to the 6, but I don't know whether, well, he's spinning this up big time. He's got to spin it to make the 6, and then the spin might be too much and get him out into the table. Well, he couldn't get there at all. So now it's getting interesting. I think, looking at that 15 ball, I think you can barely get to that 15 ball to pot it. It might be the referee's call as to whether it's a legal shot or not. Unless Albinario can get an angle off this 4. We'll look from his end at this. This doesn't look great. He's juicing it up big time, going to the rail and trying to spin into the 15 ball. And he's gone into the pocket. Well, for Albinario's sake, at least he didn't hit the 8 ball, but with ball in hand, he's just going to tuck it behind the 15. And Albinario's in deep trouble. He is in a hole, and roSin is halfway home. Well, I've got to say I've never seen this coming, but then again, I've never seen roSin play. But I've seen enough now to know that he's not to be taken lightly. Let's just leave it at that. I'll have a quick drink before the voice starts going. I'll mute myself this time. So here we are already into rack number 9. Albinario's at the table. roSin at the table. That ball in the break. Now what's he going to commit to? You've got 3 stripes down this spot. Well, 4 stripes. 5 stripes if you include the 9. And he's decided he's going to deal with the solids. You've got the 7 over the side pocket as a bailout ball. The 1 ball blocked obviously down into the corners here. Trying to drop down for the 1 into the side, I think, is he? No, he's still leaving it there. I don't know that, and that might be a mistake. That might be a mistake, because I think he's got himself too straight in the 2. He's got an angle, but he's going to have to play the 3 into the side, I think. So that he's got to drop through for the right angle in this one. He needs to run through. Unless it squeezes past the 15, which it doesn't. And he's gone far enough to get on the 1. But look at where the 8 ball is. It won't go into either corner. So he's got to come back off this, I think, and try and get below it in the kitchen. Well, he's got a shot, and again, it's a tough shot. And if he doesn't get it, he's losing the rack. Well, it's just caught the point, and no more, but that was enough to keep it out. So Albinario, and where Albie's sitting, he's... I can't see where the problem is. I mean, these 2 balls on this side, not an issue there. You just got to get them out the way. The issue is the 2 balls lined up ahead, the 14 and the 10. You've got to get into a spot. Albinario's good enough to see that and deal with it. Well, I agree with you in one sense, Matt, but if roSin just keeps doing what he's doing for the most part with the brakes going alternate, then Albinario is still in a lot of trouble. You know what it's like with the alternate brake setup. But the other thing is how's roSin once it gets to squeaky bum time. You know, when he starts paying attention to the scoreboard, we'll find all of that out soon enough. So Albie, well, to his advantage here, he's stealing the brake, or he's stealing the rack off roSin because it's on roSin's brake, and Albinario can get himself back within 2 if he can get a decent break and a shot this time. Well, he's got a ball straight away. And how are these balls sitting? Well, if it's solids, I think it possibly could be solids. There's a 3 ball down here. You've got the 6, the 4. And up top, you've got the 3 solids as well. And he can get to every ball. And you would think this is a must. Now that he's committed to the solids, there really isn't any major issue. The first issue would be if he's going to get rid of this 3 ball first and then deal with the 4 and 6, because with the 3 ball there, it just limits at least one pocket that the 4 ball can go into. 4 ball's clearly okay for this pocket, but the 6 is sort of in the way of getting on the 4 ball, so he's got to get this pattern right here. Now, I don't know what he's looking at. Is he looking at dropping through the gap between the 8 and the 4 here, I think? No. He's going to get on the 6. Well, he's got himself awkward here. This is testy. And again, he's done it. He's been caught out by that twice tonight. That potting angle. Just leaving it into that sort of no man's land where there's always a doubt. And roSin's got his chance. Does the 14 go? Yes, it does. And roSin, with these opportunities Albinario's given him, And this is a huge rack. I mean, Albinario had that rack. I'd given it to him. And he got himself funny in the fort. And the end result looks very likely it's costing him dear. That needs to bounce. Well, got to hold the cue ball. And it's wiped its feet and hung. He just left himself too much up above it there for the cutback. And Albinario's got out of jail here. Now, roSin doesn't want to be thinking about that for too long. But that's a big boo-boo there. And that's where maybe he wants to just slow down a wee bit. You know, his speed's worked okay for him. He has made a couple of mistakes. There's another one. And Albinario, which that's like a big 2-rack swing right there. Now he is back to within 2, and he's on his no, tell that, it's back to roSin, I forgot. So this is where things go strange, where you're 2 racks up, and now you're nervous because the opponent's only 2 behind. It then ramps the pressure up in your own mind. You've got to blank that out. And this table's not exactly perfect. You've got the 2 stripes bottom right side here with the 2 ball next to them. 2 ball goes. That inside stripe goes. What did he choose? He's going solids. So he's got to get rid of the 2 ball first to open up the pocket for the 1. But meantime, he's got the 3 solids up the top half of the table. Now we need to look at this 5 ball. 5 ball goes. And he's going to have to play the 5 ball, I think, because the 6 ball will go, but it's tight. He hasn't got himself on the 2. The other ball I forgot about was a 7. The 7 ball's not exactly sitting pretty. What am I talking about? It's Albinario. What the hell happened there that I missed? Oh, it was dry, was it? I'm totally confused here. I thought it was roSin that was at the table. I'm just so engrossed looking at the lie of the land. I'm not paying attention to the bloody HUD. Well, now roSin is feeling the pinch. If Albinario can see this out, like he has done. So now there's a match on, and now we're at the point where roSin's nerve is going to get tested. The 8 ball's gone. Albinario making these decisions here. Let's have a quick look in here. We have, what is that, a 5-1 lead for Cobra. I wish that bloody thing would it keeps coming on when he moves the table for some strange reason. But anyway, I think it was 5-1 to Cobra. So Albi is definitely on the solids. He's definitely at the table. Now, 7 ball. I don't know whether he's going to try and get on that now, because the other issue is the 4 ball, which is just slid across for him. Well, he's got himself in a position where he can take the 4, and then I don't know whether he's got enough angle to be comfortable to take the 4 and punch it off the top rail and come up for that 7 into the other corner. He's in between. He's sort of trying to make his mind up. Well, he's definitely got the angle now, and the 7 ball comfortably goes. But he's got to get high enough, and he's got to get the weight right. He doesn't want to go too high and leave one of these awkward cuts. The 8 ball's tight into the side, but he can go forward and come up high enough for the 8 if he wants to play it into the same pocket. Well, he's got it there. So now it's a different ball game. Now we're all square, and it's a race to the finish line. Now, how's roSin going to handle this now? This is a bit like, starting the match all over again for him. And of course now he's come up dry, I think. Most certainly dry. And this table is pretty good for a run out here for Albi to get himself into the lead. Now, what did he decide here? I mean, the 5 ball goes that's next to the cue ball. He can take that later in the run if he's going to go solid. I think he's going to go 3 ball. And there's the 1 ball on the left rail. The 2 ball is a problem as it stands right now. Now, if Albi can get onto that 6, he can get onto the 2 if he wants. He can drop through. I think, can he play it past the 8 ball? Well, he's trying to get behind it, but I think he could have. No, it's a bit too tight past the 8 ball. And now he's already under pressure because he's not sitting good. This is again a blind cut into the side pocket. Straight in. Cue ball's running. And it's gone. Well, he's got the bailout with the 1 ball. He could still take the 5, but it's a bit of a thin cutback. So he'll just be leaving the cue ball there for the 4 into the side. Doesn't want to come up too high though. He's fine. Well, now roSin has the worst case scenario laid out before him. He's broke dry. Albinario's run out on roSin's break. And Albinario breaking next rack. So it's all over the 5-1 lead that roSin had. Now he's 7-6 down, with the possibility of being 2 behind. Watch the cue ball. I don't think I heard anything drop. It didn't. Well, roSin at the table, but look at this mess. Nothing goes there unless you're on the short side of the 6 ball. Now, did he take a solid there and try to bump them? The answer is yes, he did, and now he's nailed. He's locked up, and he might. You could say he made the wrong move at the wrong time there. With those balls up the table, he would have still probably had a chance at getting to the split in those 3 balls. Well, he's played the safe, and well, Albie can obviously see his 2 balls down this end. He could thin cut the 10 in, I think, but that's about it if he wanted to be crazy. And he's probably thinking that I've really got to go for this because there's not anywhere down this end of the table he could really put the cue ball where it's going to be safe, I don't think. So this is a big shot. Is the chat broken? Messages not going through. Now, messages not going through from where? They're coming through. They're coming through on the on-screen chat from YouTube, but I'm not seeing them on Twitch. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. In fact, hang on a minute, I'm going to go to YouTube instead and see if it's the other way around tonight, because it's usually the other way around. I'm going to go to YouTube and see what chat's coming through on it. Usually Twitch is the one that's okay. Let me have a look. Alright. Twitch is coming through on YouTube tonight, no problem. That's weird. So now I've switched across to YouTube on my phone. But thankfully though, all the chat, or is the chat just coming through from YouTube? That's what it is. There's no Twitch chat appearing on the stream. So that is probably a restream issue. Anyway, back to the matter in hand. roSin at the table. 8 ball tied up. And I think he's had another go at trying to break them out. And he's got to duck. Well, he's potted 2 balls at the same time. Does the 8 ball go on the side? Oh, it does. I never even thought it went. It does go. Oh, what a rack there to win for roSin. Stole the break off Albinario. And he's got a ball. Well, what you're better doing, guys, is if you're watching this, obviously on the stream, if you're watching it on your computer or your telly, then just bring up your phone and go to YouTube, and that way you'll see all the chat on YouTube, because that seems to be working fine tonight. Now wait a minute. I've just saw Coldest Pillows on Twitch. I've just saw Twitch chat come up on the live stream, but no Twitch is coming through on YouTube on my phone. So it is goosed and broken. But at least my live stream's working, and that's the most important thing for me. The most important thing for roSin is, can he take full advantage in this rack? And, well, it looks like just a drop through for the 6-ball top left. 8-ball sitting there waiting. He's just got to watch how far he's going, and that's perfect. Just a little jabby kill. And suddenly roSin's back in front. Well, this is a battle. The chat is fine in all platforms. Now it's coming through on my phone. Are you back on? Are you on Twitch? What? I think Matt's on Twitch. Well, we're into rack number 16. roSin from Romania with an 8-7 lead over Albinario. Albinario has come up dry, and roSin. Now, did he take a strike there? Yeah, he took the stripes. Well, he's obviously. I don't know whether he's noticed the 14 ball, because that's certainly not sitting good. I'm surprised at that. I thought he would have. Now, does a 5 ball go? Well, it will now, but that's immaterial. I'm surprised that he didn't take the solids there. He's going to have to play the bank. Well, this is all or nothing, because if he doesn't get this, he's definitely losing this rack. Cue ball's going south, I think. No, it isn't. Wait a wee minute here. Well, Albie might have to play a long combo. Hey, Albie's called the 6 ball. Now, if this hits this ball half either side, it won't go. And he's nailed it. Well, that was a pressure shot, because I don't think he had any other alternative. And the other thing is, he's got no. This is why he's trying to get on to the 2 right now, because he had no other ball apart from maybe the 7 to try and get to that 2. And then maybe he's thinking he'll leave it that way, and now he's thinking, no, I better get rid of the 2. Now he's double checking up table. He's again sort of not 100% committed yet. Somebody do me a favour, tell me what's happening in the snooker. Give me an update, please. (5-4), but Selby's well in front in the next one. All right. Thank you for that. Well, who maybe has the idea this could go all the way now, this match? Well, Albie's. There's not another solid at the table. He's got to get this well played and out. And he's got there again. So we're going to be 8 apiece. 8 all, but the break goes back to roSin. Now I need one quick tab once this break takes place. Right, we know a ball's going in, a couple of balls are going in, 8 balls, one of them. Quick tab. And, well, Brain pull out Scotty's 3rd rack. It's now 7-3 to Cobra. Well, I said Brainflout would do well if he got 3 racks. Well, he's got there. And meanwhile, roSin on the solids. Now I'm looking for the problem in the solids and I don't see one. I do not see one. So he's going to take 3. Well, I suppose the problem is what ball is he going to leave to get to this 8 ball? Now the 8 ball doesn't go into that corner for a start. So now he's got to be careful. And he's going to have to be running the cue ball maybe because, well, maybe not, because I think it squeezes into the side. Yes, it does. And that's what he's going to be doing. Oh, he's just run. Well, did he want to play it long? Maybe he did. Well, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Maybe the angle was a bit more than I thought when I looked. Oh, it's going to wipe its feet, but it's gone in. And roSin takes the lead. Albinario gets a ball. That's your first sigh of relief at this stage in the match, getting a ball on your break. Now this does not look a bad table either. They're all, they're all well spaced. I think it's going to be 9 each in a minute. Albi's on the solids. You've got the one isolated one down here, which he can easily take and have the 1 ball as his next ball if he wants. And you've got the 8 ball right in the middle of the table with plenty of pockets available. So where can this go wrong? Well, he didn't want to really bump a ball towards the 8 ball. That's where it could have went wrong. He didn't want to be doing that. But Albi up to the task. Squares the match now. The pressure mounts up on the break every time. roSin has to match it. And we're definitely at squeaky bum time, folks. Oh, the 7 ball. And the 7 ball was going to go into the side, then it got bumped and it was going to go in the corner, and then it got bumped, and would you believe it, it's dry. And Albinario's ready to pounce here. Well, if Albinario gets out of this tonight, he knows he's dodged a bullet. He's like Donald Trump. He's got a big scar in his left ear or his right ear. If he gets out of this tonight. So the commitment to the stripes. 15 ball is accessible into that side pocket. He could even, I don't know that he would want to play the 13 onto the 15 because that's dangerous, doing stuff like that. Now, how does he take these? The 9 ball is awkward. Does he try and play a shot to maybe get on the 9 ball, knowing that he's got a bailout ball just in case? It might be worth a try. Well, he's probably just going to take the 15 now, take the 9. But that 11 ball, just worries me. It worries me also that the 4 ball's blocking the 8. So this is by no means a simple out here for Albinario. He's got a bit of head scratching to do here. Well, he is going to play the combo, and the concern about that is where the 13 ball ends up. He's got to play this skirmish. Well, the 13's gone in, which is a bonus. That is a huge bonus. The 13's gone in. Now, Albinario is definitely caught between shots here. He's stuck in the rail. He wants to get into that 9 ball. If he doesn't, he can just roll it through, but the cue ball wants to run away. So he's playing this with a wee bit of spin to try and get in the back of this 8 ball. And the mistake has duly been made. And roSin has a problem now. Not a problem, I don't think, if he gets the 4 ball in and stone dead kills the cue ball and just gets that 7 to follow the 9 in. This is a huge visit here for roSin, because he can be on the hill at the end of it and he knows it. This is a test of the nerves. Oh, that's excellent. That's excellent. Got a nice little bump. Well, he's taking the 2. Well, I'd be taking the 4, because you know you can come out the back of that 8 ball off the 4. He's got to go far enough though. He's just got there. That was the only worry with that shot. But he's got there. Well, Albinario's got the biggest break of the match coming up here for him. A break to stay in the winner's side and stay in the match and take it all the way. Well, he's got the first part right. A couple of balls going in. In fact, 3 balls have gone in. But I don't think he might well take the solids here, because all of those balls I think are accessible in the middle of the table. The 4 ball goes. You get rid of the 5, you got on the 4. Not the 5, the 3. You get in, the 5 goes past the 8. The 7 ball goes as it is right now. And that's what he's going to do. And now it's all about just executing it for the remainder of the rack. Doesn't want to keep rolling. Well, there's a mistake. He's got the 4 ball or the 3 ball. Well, the 4 ball looks favourite for the cut. This is a huge shot. This could be his last shot. And it goes, didn't blink. But whatever happens, roSin's going to be breaking for the match. Well, Albie's got to get out to that right side, unless he just dinks this and stays in the gap. And that's what he's doing. And now it's out with Albie's control. And that's the peril of alternate break. And here we go. Hill, hill. And what you would do to get a decent break. A ball and a shot. Oh, well, he's got a ball. Where's the cue ball going? It's okay. Now, the big decision, the 8 ball right in the middle of the table. What do you go for? Do you go for stripes because of where the 3 ball is? Now, where's your first stripe though if you go for the stripes? Well, there's one hanging over the pocket, so you've got an easy starter. The other problem you've got is the 13 ball there, guarded by the 6. So whatever set of balls you take, there's at least one issue to be dealt with. In fact, looking at the solids, there's more than one issue because that's blocked by the 10, that 1 ball. And he's committed to the stripes. Because that 10 ball you can get to, you've got to think about how and when he's going to do it. And he is going to commit himself and do it now. And he wants to be careful with this if he's going for the 9. And he's got there. Now he's got to get out of there. He's got to avoid traffic here. Got to hit this enough to get out of there. He's found a gap, little brush. But what does he do now? Because this is going to need some shot to get on this 13 ball. Well, it's a huge cut for roSin. 8 ball, nothing to do to get on it. It's got 2 or 3 pockets to go in. But and get in all of them. It goes in all 6 pockets. He's got the cut. It needs to keep running this cue ball. Well, it's offline. Look at it, see the angle, and commit. And he's overdone it. He's overdone it. He's cut it to the jaw. And Albinario, well, look at where Albie's finished. Look at where the cue ball is. He's got to drop the 2 to the side. He's no other choice. This is it. This is a shot for the match, basically. Because I can't see where this will go wrong. Well, I can. I'm looking at the 7 and looking at the 4, and I'm concerned. If I'm at the table right now, I'm concerned about that. So this is still not cut and dried. He's got to get out far enough. And he's probably going to have to get up above the 2 of them to get rid of one of them. And that's what he's doing. He's got himself in a position where he's got that choice, but he's sort of in between shots again. Yep. Well, he's got the 4 into the side. Let's have a look round here. See that he's looking at the 3 again to just play the 4 up the other end. So, but in fact, the 7's the ball because he was the wrong angle in that 4. So now he's home and dry. Well, roSin had a shot to take down Albinario and hung the 8. So Albinario has definitely 100% got out of jail here tonight. He's had a wake-up call. And fair play to roSin. But though, I mean, he made 1 or 2 mistakes, Albinario, I think, made actually 1 or 2 more than he did. But that final one was the fatal one on the 8 ball. Great match. And Albinario knows that his name isn't necessarily on this trophy this time round, because that was a scare for him. But a very impressive performance by roSin. So Albinario survives. Now, what's happening elsewhere? Well, this match is all but over as well. But they've just started their final rack. Well, what might be the final rack for Cobra. He's got a 10-4 lead. And let me just bring up Slim. We can get the bloody volume thing to work. It seems to be working in slow motion.
He's got a billiard channel too. It's called Pool for Amateurs, I think, on YouTube. I don't have the link handy.
I have to say, this is the sort of score line I thought this would be.
You jacked up to a 7. Do you think you'll get raised any higher than a 7? What does it go to? 9? You must be a pretty good real life player then if you're already at a 7.
It's not exactly perfect looking at a live stream on the internal browser, because it is a bit choppy, but it's still better than not at all. But anybody that's watching can jump straight onto Twitch and onto One Pocket Slim's channel right now anyway to see the end of the match. Brain Fallout's chances of getting out here are not great. Looks as if it was a soft break, the way these balls are sitting.
Do you play for
You certainly did, Albie.
And maybe a lot of left.
You definitely dodged a bullet. I mean, I think anybody who watches that match,
also delicate.
and I have to say I'm one of them. I didn't know anything about roSin and how he plays 8 ball, but I'll say this: anybody who bumps into roSin on that one loss side better be careful. And we'll have a look at the bracket once this is done.
Wow, so you're already at the highest level they got you at, or the highest handicap.
Of course, the one loss sides are only raced to 9. Watch the cue ball.
To go, but that scratch was on there.
Well, Cobra,
the worst thing is it's
with ball in hand, can now try and clean up things here.
Maybe this is a lot tougher, but now Cobra can solve a lot.
Well, Cobra's got a combo straight away. There was that 4-3 there, dead set.
Combo and then run the cue ball into the 13. There's a couple ways to do this, but that's what I'd be thinking.
But there's 6 balls. You know, it's married up there.
Ball also goes in.
Well, it does go though, I think. Yeah, he's right enough. Slim's right, it does go. So nothing
now it's
strictly speaking needs to be bumped here. You just got to play the combo and hope the 4 ball comes out of that good.
Had it that way.
Well, the 4 ball's gone through and he's still on it, so if he can... Well, it's a bit tight to the 8. Well,
bump the 8 into the 6.
Well, it looks a bit tight. He might have to tweak that. He's played a bump there, took a risk. Well, he's finished absolutely perfect now, I think.
Really nice. Really
now,
nice.
I don't think he wants to be taking a 6 now. I mean, the 7's still isolated up table.
That'll be a roSin match. That'll be a good one.
So I think it's very much like Cobra completing the formalities now. Well, Cobra certainly had a much more comfortable
/raid 9ball.com
match tonight than what Albie had, that's for sure. So just a little roll through.
Twitch as well as YouTube. We'll look at the schedule, a couple things, and then hopefully.
Well, that's exactly what I'm going to do right now, Slim, because I'm giving that 8-ball
check quick
to Cobra. Right. Oh no, I've got to bloody log in again. Jesus. Hang on a minute. Did I do that right? I don't think I did. Right. Yeah. I don't even think I did that right either. I'm trying to do things too quick here. Right, that should be it. Right, so now we've got that match left tomorrow night, the one between Baxter and Coldest Pillow. Let's have a look at the bracket from top to bottom. We've got Rabi through to round 3. We've got the match, as we've just mentioned, Cobra and Coldest Pillow, not Cobra, bloody Bankster, Coldest Pillow tomorrow to get through to round 3. We've got Defty having gone through. Bobby Barris ended up forfeiting as well in that match before the end of it. So Cobra now plays Defty. So Cobra's looking like he's got, I mean, I'm assuming Cobra's going to be the strong favourite in that match. So Cobra's having a fairly comfortable time of it at the moment there, but that's going to turn around fairly quickly. We've got Matt up against Bedhead. That's going to be a good battle between those two. You've got Hazard against Albinario. So Hazard's, well, I would suggest that Hazard's as dangerous as roSin. But Hazard predominantly plays 9-ball, I think. But he can pop balls as good as roSin can. So Albinario is going to be strong favourite again for that match. Now, the one-loss side, we've got Slim already through. We've got Jose, and in fact, Jose's waiting on a loser coming through. We've got Sergeresh and Bobby Barris, of course. I forgot about that because they started at 8 o'clock. So their match is up and running, and it is 2-0 to Sergeresh at the moment. And further up, you've got Larry now playing Brainful Out. You've got Stubb and Spectre Don to arrange their match. You've got Balls waiting on a loser coming through as well, I think, looking at that. Casino Jim, he's waiting on the winner of Simon and Viking. And then you've got Fast Eddie and roSin. Now, that should be a good tie as well between those two. So there's good matches there. Let's have a quick look in and see what's going on here, if we can get in the room. I think it's safe to say that Sergeresh 3-0 up, and with the greatest respect to Bobby Barris, if Sergeresh loses this match, then he most certainly is an umpty. He should have far too much game for Bobby Barris. So if you want to watch that, you can drop into the room. Maybe Slim's streaming it, but I am off to watch the snooker. So I will leave them to it. And I will say well done to Albinario for escaping, but well done to roSin for putting up a battle. But just tweaked that 8-ball there into that knuckle at the end, and he had Albinario by the short and curlies, shall we say. But Albinario battles on. That's what champions do. But roSin is a name to be looked at for the remainder that he stays in this tournament. And Fast Eddie should be made aware of that as well if he hasn't been on the stream tonight. he should catch up and watch that match. So that's it, folks. Thanks for your company. Hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did. And I will say take care. See you again very soon. And I will bid you good night if I can remember what bloody button I'm going to press.
No bar, no pinball machines, no bowling alleys, just pool. Nothing else.